Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. I only just left you a minute ago. It's like a bus, innit? When you're waiting for a bus to come along at once, right? Demar Faces says, "Someone get this guy a clock." I wasn't that late this time, man. I wasn't that late, man. Cut me some slack. Before we chew through the bones of what's just happened, please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, get your comments in as well. I mean, you'll be seeing me 3 times today, so that's all right, isn't it? That's all right. You'll see me 3 times today. Of course, Fabrizio Romano, like a dagger to the heart, just like came out and just rubbished everything we've just been speaking about. Live TV, live TV. Obviously, we'll start with that, right? Let's have a little chat about Juan Mata. Yeah, let's have a little chat about Juan Mata first of all. Gil, I've been telling people, my guy, I told people about Kali. We were just speaking about it just seconds ago. There was a reason that deal wasn't already done. This is not true. You know, we can all stand here now and say, oh yeah, but we were in for Kali. Let's not pretend that. We were in for Kali. Let's not pretend we weren't, but we decided against it. Why did we decide against it? Well, we'll go through that. Yeah. We will go through that. But before we do that, yeah, man, I did call it, bro. I did say it, didn't I? I've been saying for a good few times, this is when I can like go back through my YouTube comments and be like, yo. But before we do that, right, I'm going to share this with you, yeah? This was like a dagger to my heart, this one. After we just spent a good while doing the video, Fabrizio Romano came out and said there is nothing agreed between Mata and Leeds, despite the rumours. He's appreciated as top professional and person, but no talks ongoing as things stand. Also links to Real Oviedo are wide of the mark. Mata will make a decision on his future soon. So he does have options, but one of them's not Leeds United. Then we've seen this, folks, almost instantly after we got 44 minutes ago. Yeah, Rennes are now set to sign Kalimuendo, confirmed. I did say he would stay in France, didn't I? I did say this also, folks. I did say yesterday, I think, when we did the video, that I think he'll stay in France. Confirmed as reported by L'Equipe. No bid from Leeds. He's joining Rennes from PSG. Details and medical pending. Kalimuendo will sign for 5 years. PSG to receive around 24 to 25 million euros, and that will then be reinvested on Fabian Ruiz. Now, for those, yeah, okay, Fabrizio Romano said we've not bid, etc. We inquired about him. I'll show you this here from Ben Jacobs. Just 1 second. No, wrong one. I nearly shared me then. You've already seen me. So it says Kalimuendo will join Rennes, not Leeds. Rennes prepared to pay the £25 million fee, which equates to around about 21 million, right? But it does say Leeds saw it as too high, as previously reported. Although Christopher Galtier has been really impressed by Kalimuendo, Louis Campos was always prepared to sell, which we said, right? Which I said on a number of occasions as well, regardless of, you know, what you've got to remember, like a lot of the news parts, Leeds have took a step closer and all that sort of stuff. But it is just, listen, you know, I do content, so I'm not, you know, people in glass houses and all that sort of stuff. But, you know, they have to keep their papers rolling. Yeah, they have to keep their papers rolling. Look, I understand for Callum 66, you know, a lot of it, like, it's disappointing for some. I think people were clinging on to the hope. Remember, I told you earlier about that source that said it was close to being done. I told you that they're not reliable. They're not reliable. This is a good point, you know, like from Ethan, like Martin Terrier, he's at Rennes. Does that then mean they can move him on? What I will say to that, it's not going to happen. And my reasons being Martin Terrier is 25. He's only ever had one profitable season, but he's also going to cost a lot of money. Now, if Leeds United These are the facts, people. Like, if Leeds United don't think that Kalimuendo is worth 21 million at the age of 20-year-old, they are not going to go out and buy Martin Terrier. So straight away, people were like, "Oh, Martin Terrier now, Martin Terrier." Yeah, and Rari, yeah, he does play mainly on the wing, but can play in the middle as well. A bit like CDK, for example. You know, these players these days. I mean, you'd call Mo Salah a forward, wouldn't you? But really, he's a right winger. Do you know what I mean? So is it really that thingy? So we can also, oh yeah, but he's played inside forwards, etc. Mo Salah's a winger, but we know he's a striker, like he's a forward and he gets 30 odd goals a season. But yeah, Martin Terrier, he's 25-year-old. The bids, like if we think about what was being touted as his, if I go on Transfermarkt and just look at his market value for Martin Terrier, they've got him down as being 22 million. He'd cost Leeds more than that. So the fact that the club think that Kalimuendo, 20-year-old with his future ahead of him, well thought of, etc., if they think 21 million's too much for him, they're not then going to shell out on Martin Terrier. This is what I'm saying. When I come on here and give my opinion, and I am wrong a lot of the time, like that's fine, but I try and see it from the club's perspective and how I think they're going to operate. That's why, and I know I got battered for it, that's why Che Adams makes sense. Che Adams suited to the system, is available and will be available very, very cheap for Leeds United. And they like him. They like him. So this is what I'm saying. This is what I was saying before any of this all came out, you know. But I again will reiterate, like Jody says, you know, I don't think we'll sign anyone. I've said that. I've been on record, and I hope I'm wrong. But the targets that we were getting, who people were saying to me, "No, we're going to get him. They're winning. They're going." Now I have said categorically that if a transfer comes available that the club like, they will do it. I'm not saying that they just won't spend any money. If something exceptional comes available, they'll do it. They've done it historically. Rafinha on deadline day. Dan James, when he became available, they'll do it. If they like it, they'll do it. I'm not saying that. But Cali would already be here. This is what I don't, you know, people was about the PSG, we've got good links, all that sort of stuff. He'd already be here. He's now going to Rennes. Leeds United weren't willing to pay. Of course, we've been linked to Martin Terrier. Again, it's the age profile for me. Phil Hay said that as well, but it is, I know 25's not old, but in terms of footballing sense, what you can bring, and you've got to remember, Martin Terrier's had one good season. It's a big gamble, and they will want a lot of money. So I see Martin Terrier as being a bit of a gamble. Yeah, I think all signings are gambles, of course, but no, see, you don't believe all that, do you? Rodrigo de Paul was never a smokescreen. Like, the club aren't doing smoke screens. They're not that, you know, that's not a thing. I know that's not a thing. They were interested in Cali. They just think it's too much. They just think it's too much. Rodrigo de Paul, the same, you know. People flirted with it on social media. I don't. Yeah. Is someone saying, yeah, Fab? Is people saying it's not true or something? Like it is. Yeah, Carter, this is a good point. But again, this comes back to what the club are going to actually do, and they're not going to get a left back. I keep saying it. The only reason we do, and I feel like a broken record, and it's disappointing for me as well, because like I say, it's quiet, and in terms of content and wanting to put stuff out, obviously today we've had the Juan Mata stuff, which straight away has had water poured on it, and then the Cali stuff came out, and I thought, well, you know what, I will go back live for the Cali stuff, because that's someone Leeds United have been chasing or have been linked with forever. Yeah, exactly. This is what I mean. I don't understand that. Let's pretend that we're doing that when we're doing this. Yeah, I agree with you there, Stefan. It's pointless. Yeah, Yeah, Jim, bang on the money. This is why, like, Terrier just makes no sense from the club's perspective. For me, it might, but this is why I always try and give my opinion from that angle. It's all good coming out and saying, oh, this, and this. But if you don't think, like, it's not though, Stephen. I don't think it is, bro. I don't think it is. It's still there. And then you look at the other signings, like, again, DPR 19 would be all over it. He's not. He's getting game time at Chelsea. He came off the bench. West Ham couldn't afford him. They're in Europe. Club don't want to sell him. Leeds United are not signing that Armando Broja. You know, it's a non-mover. It's a non-mover. But this is when I come back to that man Shea again. Like, people, Tetley, it's not a punt though, is it? It's not a punt. Like, West Ham wanted him, who were in Europe. He's not a punt. He's out of that. We're not getting close to it. And people will say, oh, Southampton last season. Yeah, he'd never played in the Premier League. Said that on load, Southampton does well. He'll go to, he's staying at Chelsea as it stands. He's staying at Chelsea, but we're not in that conversation for Broja. This is the one which I can see happening. But the only way it happens is if Bamford breaks down. See, so Stephen, right, I've just been listening to a Southampton podcast, yeah? Just because a manager isn't keen on a player doesn't mean he's a bad player. Doesn't mean he's a bad player. Doesn't mean he's a bad player. His figures are not actually crap. We established that the other day when we went through how tough it is to score in the Premier League. Yeah? It's really, really hard. And what you've got to remember as well, Stephen, Shea's been asked to do a certain specific job by Ralph. If you want someone to come in for Bamford, it's hand in a glove. Hold it up, bring others into play. That goal the goal that Bamford assisted at the weekend, that's what we get from Bamford, as well as the odd goal. If you think, Stephen, there's a player out there that gets you 15, 20 goals that Leeds United can get in the Premier League, it's a fallacy that we can afford. It's nothing to do with Shea Adams being bad. As I go back to the point, I was just listening to a Southampton podcast. I forget the name of it. I'm going to check just in case, just to give them their props. Because I do that when I'm doing my preview, just because obviously the preview, we've got the thing tomorrow, the press conference tomorrow. I'll do my reaction to that. And we've also got we'll have the preview on the morning of the game, Saturday morning. So what I tend to do is listen to other content creators, because that's where I think you get the best flavour for what's actually happening. Fans, right? I love fan media, fan content. That's where you get the most certain things. And these were saying, like, they want Shea to play, but they doubt Ralph will do it. For whatever reason, Ralph's not keen on him anymore. That doesn't mean Shea's a bad player. And just like I'll say before, and I say it again, because it's a similar, just because you're playing a poor team doesn't make you a bad player. Sometimes you have to look at it from a different thing. I think Shea would do really well, but this isn't about Shea. This is about Leeds United failing to sign Kalimuendo because they feel it's too pricey. So that then as well, just to shout out them Saints guys, it was Total Saints podcast. They did a Southampton versus Leeds match preview, and they were speaking about what they would like to see. And they were saying they would like to see Shea play. They want to see a Rebo back in midfield, Shea up top, but they know that Ralph won't do it. Won't surprise me if Ralph does do it this weekend, because he's been linked with Leeds. So there you go. Yeah, exactly, Jill, though. But isn't that what we need, though? Isn't that what we need with regards to how we play? And if Bamford was to break down, he's straight in there. There you go, Jim. But people want Broja, and they were in the same team, bro. They were in the same team. My guy, Jim, that is perfect. I love when stuff like that happens, because that's just perfect, bro. I love you. Well done, Jim. Yeah, let's have a look on FB Ref. Let's compare them. We can compare them on FB Ref, and I'll share it with you. Let's have a look at them. sorry, let me similar players. Just some of the names that are similar to Che Adams in terms of statistics and that. Ollie Watkins is one of them. Oh, you would all go mad for Ollie Watkins, but it's because it's Che. That's what I think. You know, I might be wrong. I don't want to do your thinking for you. But that's what it feels like to me, you know, because everyone will be all over Watkins like a tramp on chips. Right, let me get this comparing. Where is it now? Compare Che Adams to 5 similar players, right? If they compare, and this gives you an idea of where they're at, yeah. Joao Pedro, Cagliari, Suarez at Marseille, Ollie Watkins, Boré and Bayo at Lille. Just comparing their numbers. Let me go back. How are similar players are calculated? What's it calculated on? For each player with a scouting report, we provide a list of up to 10 players who display similarities in their statistical profile. The calculation to determine similarities uses the statistics in the scouting report summary. And an FB ref is used by a lot of statos and that. Listen, I'm not that guy, but I like to look at it. So the players who have the smallest differences in percentiles when it comes to certain stats are considered similar, right? So therefore, they're saying that someone who is similar to Che Adams would be in the Premier League, Ollie Watkins. You would all go mad for Ollie Watkins. That's the fact. That's truth. That's the truth. But Che Adams, for me, is just getting not. I want to compare him to actually to Broja. But if we just go on Premier League goals like in last season and Premier League goal score in 22-23, no, 21-22. How many did Broja get? Let's have a look. Right, okay. Where is Broja? Right, I know. What did Che get last season? He got like 6, I think, didn't he, in the Premier League? Have a look. Let's have a look in the Premier League last season. No, he got 7. He got 7 goals. 7 goals in the Premier League. If we go to Armando Broja, Broja, didn't he get more than that? I think. I'm going on you here, Jim. If you're wrong now, I'll look stupid. He got 6 and 0 assists. 6 and 0 assists last season, right? I need to compare them, man, because then I'll be able to see the difference in minutes. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to open up a different screen, right? But this is a great point to make because everyone would go mad for Broja. I want to laugh at Che like it's a nothingness. So if we look at Southampton, so he played 32 times, yeah, and scored 6 goals. Did Broja, right? And am I going on starts here? Right, so 21 starts. Let's go on 21 starts, 6 goals. Che Adams, 23, 7 goals. So he played more minutes. He played more minutes than Broja. Why did he play more minutes? Do you see what I'm saying? Because then, if we're going to make like aspersion, like he can't get in the Southampton side, well, he played more minutes than Broja last season. If we're just going to write people off because we're saying, oh, well, he can't even get in Southampton side, yeah, everyone's going mad for Broja, but he played more minutes for Broja last season by the manager. Do you see what I'm saying? So, and not only did he get more goals than him, he also got 3 assists. Broja got none. Broja fell off a cliff, if we're being totally honest. So it's good. It's a good point to make, and it makes people think, right? It makes people think. Yeah, I'm Charlie, not advocating anyone coming in to replace him, and I think always the thing with the Kali one with me is he wasn't similar in profile to who we'd been linked with previously. For me, he was off the shoulder, getting in behind. Whereas you look at CDK, you look at Gakpo, you look at Terrier, it's a different profile. Bamford's a different profile to Kali. We looked at Nketiah. When Nketiah left in January and went back to Arsenal, we looked at Che Adams. We didn't get Nketiah this time. Che Adams this time. I don't know. I think, look, I'm not advocating if Che Adams was still wanted by Southampton, yeah, was still wanted by was still wanted by Southampton, then he would cost a lot of money and I wouldn't advocate it. Yeah, I wouldn't advocate it. But it's the fact that he's available and will be available at a decent price. Do you know what I mean? Good point made by Gil here. You know, you have to remember that as well. And I think he would be good. I think he would be good. But yeah, look, we're not getting Kali. You know my thoughts, yeah. I don't think we'll yeah, good point, Frank. Let me just say, we have done well. We have done well this window. It's a 7. It's a 7 out of 10. We were talking yesterday about it getting lifted up to 10s, 8s, 9s, 10s. In order to do that, you get a striker and you get a left back. But I don't think we'll do both. But I don't know if we can say this for me on Dennis, because he fell off a cliff. Started well, fell off a cliff. Did get a lot of goals, admittedly. Not only that, and this is why you have to factor it in when you're thinking, he's going to cost a lot of money. If Leeds United aren't willing to pay 21 for Kali, we're not going to pay 30 to 35 million for Emmanuel Dennis, because he's not going to start. He's not going to start. Bamford is your starter. So having someone like Shea to come in and be alongside him and challenge him and start when Bamford's not 100%, and you can get him for 10 to 15 million and he scores goals in the Premier League. Remember, folks, we went through this before. 7 goals in the Premier League is a very good return. A very good return. 15 to 20, that it's not. It leads out in them circles. You know, this is a good point, Jim. You know, Roy Hodgson came in and then he was poor. That's a fair assumption to make. Yeah, Mega says, look, I think we'd all like Broja. I think, you know, we've all said that at some point or another, but it's not going to come to us. He couldn't get his move to West Ham because Chelsea said no. He's not then going to drop to a team that finished 17th, you know, last season. He'll feel better than that, I think. But yeah, no Kali off the table, no CDK. Like I keep saying, I sound like a broken record, and you know, someone commented yesterday. It frustrated me a little bit because they said, "Oh, you've gone live because of us signing a goalkeeper or something. Why have you bothered with that?" Listen, I choose to do it like just for anyone watching, and that's why I've gone live straight after, because I like to keep you up to date and give my opinion on it. I like talking about Leeds United and football, etc. And I hope you like to come. That's why you come, innit? So if anyone gets frustrated at me like going live over us signing a player, like because apparently it weren't newsworthy, then don't watch is what I would say. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. That's why I've gone live now. It's just to continuously put out the content that when there's something to chat about, you know what I mean? And I think this is worthwhile discussing because it just further sort of proves the hypothesis that I have that Leeds United won't do any business unless they're forced into it. The only way they're forced into it is if Leeds had a poor start to the season. I don't think we will. I think we'll get 2 wins from 2. And that's big for me to have 6 points on the board already after Saturday. If we can get that, is huge. We only got 4 wins at home last season, all season. We've already got 1 in the bank. Yeah. So, yeah, I agree, Callum66, innit? And you, Charlie. Thank you for that. And Gil and everyone, yeah? Legends. So we're in a good position. Chelsea will be tough. Oh, there you go, Jim. Did he actually do that? We were talking about Darrell Umbang yesterday, weren't we? And we were saying that maybe he comes in as third choice. Oh, there you go. 5 hours ago. I missed that. Get in there. There you go, Darrell Umbang. We were talking about him yesterday. How mad's that? You think we'll beat Southampton, says Tom? Yeah. You think we won't? Oh, there you go. The club tweeted it. Have they just tweeted it now, or have I missed it? I was at the gym. Maybe I missed it. Here we go. Joe Donoghue, for those that were saying Leeds United were in for him, Joe Donoghue from the YEP says, PSG have agreed €25 million with Rennes for the transfer, a blow for Leeds. Oh, people say me. This is what I'm saying. This is what happened. It's like when something happens adverse to Leeds straight away, it's like, you know, we didn't want him anyway. Were you in that? And I'm like, well, we did though. Like, come on, let's not pretend. He says, a blow for Leeds United, who were admirers of the 21-year-old, suspect Leeds have known they weren't first choice for some time after Marsh comment last week. So he's reporting that maybe we were actually... so he's looking at it from a different angle then and saying that Leeds United were rejected over Rennes. Is that what we're saying? Let me read this. So French newspaper L'Equipe report Paris Saint-Germain and Rennes have reached an agreement for the transfer of the young centre-forward. Leeds were understood to be admirers. However, now it appears the club will miss out on him. Rennes' coffers have been boosted by the sale of Matthias Tell to Bayern Munich. It appears the bulk of that will be reinvested in Kalimuendo. Let's have a look. Leeds were expected to turn their attention to other targets and priorities as the final 3 weeks of the transfer window approaches. The club are still active in the market for a centre forward and left back cover. I don't believe. Like Jesse's comments, I don't want to talk too much in the transfer. Takes away from look. Maybe we were waiting to see if PSG got a deal done with Rennes, and now we might move on to another target. I can't see it. Like I said, you know, my hypothesis is if we need to buy, they will. If something exceptional comes along, they will. But it's whether or not that happens. And I'll be straight with you. If we do sign anyone, it'll be Shea Adams, I think, if Nottingham Forest don't get in there first. Which will be underwhelming for so many of you, but I think it's good. But like Alex says, all we can do is wait and see. We will wait and see. We'll sit tight. And if anything happens, you know, we can get straight on that. We can get straight on that. Heard about Juan Mata. Yeah, that's done as well, bro. That got done before it even got started, man. That got stunned before it even got started. So, yeah. Listen, hopefully something else happens, yeah? Maybe Terrier. I can't see it, look. If I'm being honest, I think we signed Shea Adams. Maybe. Like you said, Alex, the Rafinha deal came out of nowhere, so it's possible something that could happen. Yeah, but as it stands, probably not. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Listen, thanks for tuning in again. Yeah, definitely see me more than your partners, that's for sure. But that's fine, innit? We have fun, we enjoy it. I enjoy it, you enjoy it. So thanks for tuning in. And don't forget, 8 o'clock tonight is midweek fix, yeah? Yeah, nah, this guy, I used to have him on notifications. Nah, it's not happening because Fabrizio Romano has come out and said it's not happening. That guy there, I used to have him on notifications. He's not the one. My guy actually messaged me. He actually messaged me. And I think it was just to push some of his tweets, but I quickly curtailed it when I realised they weren't the ones. So, yeah, he actually messaged me about... who was it about now? I'll see if I can get it up. In there. There's no inside information here. It's just like... yeah, it follows me. You see, you can check that out. Yeah, he was sending me the Kalimuendo stuff and the Rafinha stuff and all that sort of stuff, Sinistera, etc. So, yeah. 5th of July, actually, he sent me the Sinistera stuff. Hello, mate, how are you? Leeds are making the right moves again. That was it. So, yeah. Smash the like, anyway. Fabrizio Romano didn't say it wasn't. He did. He did. He did say that, bro, didn't he? Do you want me to show you and go through it or what? Do you want me to show you? Bam, 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 bam. 1 sec. I'll show you now. Just one last time. Here. There is nothing agreed between Mata and Leeds, despite rumours. No talks ongoing as things stand. So it's not happening, is it? Because the whole rhetoric of the story was that we'd already contacted his dad and we were the only option on the table for him. But Fabrizio's saying we've not even had contact. Which means that it's not happening, bro. For sure, for sure. I mean, you can cling on to that if you want. You can cling on to that if you want, but yeah. It's definitely not happening, bro. No worries, Stephen, my man. No worries. Who's sneezing in the background? Don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Stop sneezing, man. Yeah, we'll leave it. We'll leave it there. Mata and Adams are not the way forward. I think they would have been, and I think Adams is. And do you know what? If we do sign him, get ready to eat some humble pie. Yeah, get ready. Because I will give it you in spades. Just like I did with Conor Gallagher last season, and he didn't even play for us. So, yeah. Nah, that is not true, man. And when you say European football, like across Europe, I don't think he's going to get that. Right, okay. Yeah, no worries for the update. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock tonight, midweek fix. Me, JT, Lewis and Max. We're going to give our positives from last week and negatives from last week. All different as well. We're going to chat, discuss, and then we'll look ahead to Southampton and get what everyone's opinion is. So make sure you join me for that 8 o'clock. Thanks for jumping in this so quickly after the last one. Smash a like on your way out, and I'll see you all tonight at 8 o'clock, hopefully. Peace out.